Hi Mia, so today you're gonna be having your full stage revision for stage 3, is it correct? Yeah. Alright, so are you ready?
Okay.
Alright, is your handkerchief more expensive than your shoes? Is your handkerchief more expensive than your shoes? No, my handkerchief isn't more expensive
than
my shoes. It's cheaper
than
my shoes. Is a Rolls Royce cheaper than a Ford? Is a Rolls Royce cheaper than a Ford? No, a Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce isn't cheaper than a Ford. It's more expensive than a Ford. Yep. Is your town a more expensive place than New York? Is your town a more expensive place than New York? No, my town,
no, my town isn't
a more expensive place than New York. It's a cheaper place
than New York.
Alright, so is the Suzuki car the most expensive car in your country? Is the Suzuki car the most expensive car in your country? No, the Suzuki car isn't the most expensive car in my country. It's the cheapest car
in my country.
Okay, so what is the cheapest thing in your room? What's the cheapest thing in your room? Which one? Pencil, tissue?
Pencil?
Is the cheapest
thing in this room.
Yeah, what is the most expensive thing you are wearing? What's the most expensive thing you are wearing?
My glasses
are the most
expensive things I'm wearing.
That's good, right? So what is the comparative of long? What's the comparative of long? The comparative
of long is longer than.
What is the comparative of beautiful? What's the comparative of beautiful? The
comparative of beautiful is more beautiful than.
What is the superlative of small? What's the superlative of small? The
superlative of small
is the
smallest.
Yeah, why are you smiling?
You're
great. Alright, what's the superlative of expensive? What's the superlative of expensive?
The superlative of expensive
is the most expensive. Why do we say cheaper than me but not expensiver than? What do we say cheaper than but not expensiver than? We say
cheaper than but not expensiver than because the adjective cheap has only one syllable, whereas the adjective expensive has three syllables.
Yes, that's correct. Let's move down. Where's my nose? Your
nose is above your mouth.
Where's my chin?
Your chin's below your mouth.
Where's the ceiling? The
ceiling's above our heads.
Our heads. Yep. Are my feet above the table? No, your feet aren't.
Your feet aren't
above
the table. They're below the table. Table.
Very emotional table. Alright, so tell me the names of the months of the year, please. The names of the month of
the year. The year are
January,
February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December.
That's correct. What's this month? This month, September. What was last month?
Last month was August.
What will next month be?
Next month will be October.
Yeah, what will the month after next be? The month after next
will be November.
Yep, November. What was the month before last? The month
before last was
July.
July.
What did the letters AM mean after the time? The letters
AM mean
anti-meridian
after the time.
The time, yes, we cannot go back to it. Alright, so what do the letters PM mean after the time? What do the letters PM mean after the time? The letters
PM mean
post-meridian
after the time.
What is the difference between AM and PM? What is the difference between AM and PM? The difference
between
AM and
PM
is that we use
AM for the time
before
midday
and
PM for the time after midday.
Do we say 24 AM? Do we say 24 AM? No, we don't
No, we
say.
don't say.
They
say
24
AM. We say 3:40 AM.
What time do you eat breakfast? I
eat breakfast at 7 AM.
Yep. What time do you eat dinner? I eat
dinner at 7 PM.
You like 7. Cool. All right. So what can we use instead of many and much? We can use a lot of instead of
many and much.
Are there a lot of people in a small village? No, there aren't.
A lot of people in a small village.
There are few people
in a small village.
Do the English drink a lot of coffee? No, the English don't drink a lot of coffee.
They drink a lot of tea.
Do you like to see a room with a lot of flowers in it? Yes, no?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
So sad. Yes.
I like to see our room with a lot of flowers in it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you put a lot of butter on your bread? Yes, no? Yes.
Yes.
Very careful. Yes, teacher. Yes,
I put a lot of butter
on my bread.
Do
we use our mouths for both eating and speaking? Yes, we use
our mouth
for both
eating and speaking.
Yep. Can you speak both Chinese and Japanese? No,
I can't speak both Chinese and Japanese.
I speak
only Japanese.
That's cool. Do you go to the cinema a lot? Yes, no.
No.
I don't.
No. No.
I don't
go to the cinema a lot.
Yeah. Like Spanish, like no, por favor. Alright. So, do you read a lot? Yes.
No, I don't read a lot.
Do you eat a lot? Yes.
Yeah.
I eat a lot.
Yes, I eat a lot.
Does he eat a lot? Yes,
maybe he eats a lot.
No, maybe. Yes.
Yes,
he eats
a lot. Eats a lot.
Maybe what? Alright, do you use your mobile phone a lot? Yes, no.
Yes.
I use
my mobile phone a lot.
Yep. Do you want anything to eat at the moment? Yes, no.
No.
I don't want anything
to eat at the moment.
To eat at the moment. Yep. It's a secret. Alright. If you want something to eat, where must you go? If I want
something
to
eat,
I must go
either home.
Wait, a lot all the time.
I must go either home
or to a restaurant. Yep. Do you want anything to drink at the moment? Yes, no?
No.
I don't want anything
to drink
at the moment. If you want something to drink, where must you go? If I want something to drink, I must go
either home
or
to a bar
or a pub.
Yep.
If you want to eat in a restaurant, about how much money must you have? If I want to eat in a restaurant, I must
have about 1,000 yen.
1,000 yen. So if you want to hear people speaking Chinese, which country must you go to? If you want to hear people speaking Chinese, which country must you go to? If I want to hear people speaking Chinese, I must go to China. Yes. Can you play the piano? Yes, no?
Yes, I can play the piano.
Can you play football? Yes, no? No, I can't play.
I can't play football.
Yep. What do we say to people between about 6 a.m. and 12 p.m.? We say good morning to people between about 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. What do we say to people between about 12 p.m. and 5 p.m.? Go down. What do we say to people between about 12 p.m. and 5 p.m.? We say good afternoon to people between about 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. What do we say to people between about 5 p.m. and 10 p.m.? What do we say to people between about 5 p.m. and 10 p.m.? We say good evening.
We say good evening
to people between about 5 p.m.
and 10 p.m.
And what do we say when we say goodbye after 10 p.m.? And what do we say when we say goodbye after 10 p.m. or when we go to bed? We say good night.
We say good night
when we say
goodbye after 10 p.m.
or when we go to bed. Yep. Do you come here in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or at night? Do you come in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or at night? I come here
in the afternoon.
Not in the morning.
Not in the morning.
Yes,
in the morning.
Not in the evening.
Not in the evening.
Or at night.
Or at night.
On the example. Don't tell everyone. Okay, another. What's this? It's a piece of paper. Yep. Are there any pieces of paper on the table? Are there any pieces of paper on the table? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there are some pieces of paper
on the table.
Yep, on that table.
On the table.
About how many pieces of bread do you eat with your lunch? About how many pieces of bread do you eat with your lunch? I eat about... How many pieces?
1, 2, 3. A lot.
Oh, well. Okay. No, a lot.
A lot of bread.
With my lunch.
With my lunch.
How many pieces? Exactly. Right. I eat about
10
pieces.
Okay.
10 pieces
10 pieces of
bread with my lunch.
With my lunch.
So honest. Another. So what is the difference between a country and that country? What is the difference between a country and that country? The difference between
a country
and that country is that
a country is the nation. A nation. Whereas the country
is
the opposite of the town.
What's the name of your country? What's the name of your country? Japan's
the name of my country.
What's your nationality? My
nationality is Japanese.
Japanese. What nationality is Mr. Callan? Mr. Callan is British. Yep. Do you live in the country? No, I don't live.
No, I don't live in the country.
I live in
a city.
Do most children live with their parents? Yes, most children live with their parents. Do you want to live for 100 years? Yes, no? No, I don't want to live for 100 years. Discuss smell pleasant. No gas. Doesn't smell pleasant. It
smells unpleasant.
That's correct. Do flowers smell unpleasant? Do flowers smell unpleasant? No,
flowers don't smell unpleasant.
They
smell pleasant.
Do most people think work is a pleasant thing? No, most people don't think work is a pleasant thing. They think it's an unpleasant thing.
I like
Paris. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so is Paris an unpleasant city? Because it's most people. Is Paris an unpleasant city? No, Paris isn't.
Paris isn't.
Yes, isn't.
Paris isn't. An unpleasant city.
Not so again, one more time. No, Paris isn't.
Paris isn't.
An unpleasant
city.
It's a pleasant city.
The pleasant city.
It's a
pleasant city.
What do we drink wine from? We drink
wine from a glass.
Do we drink coffee from a glass? No, we don't.
No, we don't drink coffee
from a glass. We drink it from
a cup.
Yes, exactly. A real cup. Okay, another one. So let me take a look at this one and share it to you. This one. Is the table longer than the room? No, the table
isn't longer than the room.
It's
shorter than the room.
Yep. Is the table higher than the door? No, the
table isn't higher than the door.
It's
lower than the door.
Yes, that's correct. Let's have larger than here. Is a village larger than a city? No, a village
isn't larger than a city.
It's
smaller than a city.
Yep. Which is the longest street in that town? Which one?
ABC.
1 2 3 street?
1 2 3.
A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3 street.
1, 2, 3 street
is
the longest street
in this town.
In this town.
Yep. Which is the longest river in the world? Which is the longest river in the world? The Nile.
The Nile's
the longest river.
The longest river
in the world.
In the world.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah. All right. So, which is the highest mountain in the world? Which is the highest mountain in the world? Mount Everest.
Mount Everest
is the highest mountain in the world. Yes, that's correct. Let's move down. Which is the largest city in Japan? Which is the largest city in Japan? Tokyo's
the largest city
in Japan. What's the date today? What's the date today? The date
today's
the 8th
8th of September 2020.
What was the date yesterday? What was the date yesterday? The date
yesterday was
the
7th of September 2020.
What will the date tomorrow be? What will the date tomorrow be? The date
tomorrow will be
the
9th of September 2020.
Yep. Is the table light? Is the table light? No, the table.
No, the table isn't light. It's heavy.
Yep. Is this piece of paper heavier than the table? Is this piece of paper heavier than the table? No, that
piece of paper
isn't
heavier than the table.
It's
lighter than the table.
Yep. Who's the lightest person in your family? Who's the lightest person in your family? My
daughter
is the
lightest person
in my family. Who's the heaviest person in your family? Who's the heaviest person in your family?
Me.
I'm
the heaviest person
in my family. You eat 10 pieces of bread. Okay, another. Which is the largest shop in that town? Which is the largest shop in that town? Ian is the largest shop
in this town.
Are there any shops in the street where you live? Are there any shops in the street where you live? Yes, no.
Yes.
There are some shops
in the street where I live.
Yep. What do we play football with? What do we play football with? We play
football with
a ball. Yep. Can we play tennis without a ball? Can we play tennis without a ball?
No. We can't play tennis without a ball.
We must have a ball.
We must have a ball
to play tennis.
To play tennis.
What time do you go to bed at night? What time do you go to bed at night? I go to
bed at around 11
at night. What time do you get up in the morning? I get up
at 6
in the morning. Sometimes. How long do you sleep at night? I sleep
about 7 hours
at night.
What
color are the walls of your bedroom? The walls
of my bedroom
are
white.
Wait, are you the first to get up in your family? No, I'm not the first.
No, I'm not the first to get up in the morning in my family.
Yep. Do you sleep a lot? Yes,
I sleep a lot.
Do you sleep longer than your parents? Yes, no.
No.
Do you sleep longer than your parents? Yes, no.
No.
No, I don't sleep
longer than my parents.
I sleep
less than
my parents. Yep. Let's have this word each. How many fingers have you got in both hands? You've got 8 fingers.
You've got 8 fingers
on both hands. Yep. How many fingers have you got in each hand? You've got
4
fingers on each hand.
Hand.
Have you each got 2 eyes? Yes, we've each got.
Yes, we've each got
2 eyes.
2 eyes.
Do we say each student have a book or each student has a book? Do we say each student have a book or each student has a book? We say each student has a book. Why? Because the word each is singular. Has each student got 2 heads? Whoa. Has each student got 2 heads? No, each student hasn't got 2 heads.
2 heads.
Each student only got 1 head. That's correct. Contraction. Has the chair only got 3 legs? Cute. Has the chair only got 3 legs? No, each chair hasn't only got 3 legs. Each chair's got 4 legs. Yes, let's move more down here. Do you like vegetables? Yes, no?
Yes.
I like
I
vegetables.
like vegetables.
Do you like all vegetables? Do you like all vegetables? Yes, no?
Maybe not.
No? No? Okay, no, I don't
No,
like
I don't like
all vegetables.
all vegetables.
Some I like.
Some I like.
And some I
don't.
Dislike.
Oh.
Dislike.
I dislike.
That's correct. Name me 4 vegetables, please. Name me 4 vegetables, please. The names of 4 vegetables
are
potatoes,
carrots, onions, and beets.
Name me 4 kinds of fruit. Name me 4 kinds of fruit. The names of 4 kinds of fruits are apples, oranges, lemons,
and bananas.
That's correct. That's going to be your next few revision parts there. So thank you so much for taking this lesson with me. Yep. Have a good day.